Hi, this is a brief introduction to lettering in manual drafting. The drawing page has been set up on the drawing board. It's been placed around the center of the drawing area so it'll be comfortable to work. T-square was used with the head against the left side of the drawing board, which is appropriate for a right-handed person. If it's a left-handed person, then the T-square would be rotated and used against the right side of the drawing board. All right, so T-squares go on the right side. They can be moved up and down. Any lines drawn against a T-square will be horizontal and parallel to any other lines that are drawn. Now, this page has been set up with 3 and 6 millimeter guidelines. Guidelines are made with a 4H pencil. And in this case, they've been drawn all the way across the page to give us space to practice doing lettering. The lettering itself will be made using a 2H pencil. And 2H pencils are not as hard as 4H, so they will give us letters that are dark enough, yet it's not so soft that it'll smudge or become messy. Therefore, it'll be easier to read than if you use a softer pencil. In general, I work with 3 pencils in my classes, and an H pencil is the softest of the 3. I like to look at it as hardness, so H being the softest, and you go up to 9H, which is very hard. H is good for making dark, thick lines, so when you're describing an object. When doing center lines, hidden lines, I go to a 2H pencil. The lines will be a little more crisp. Not quite as dark, but dark enough that they're quite readable. And then 4H pencils for students is hard enough that if it's sharpened to a point, it will make lines that are light and thin enough, if you don't press too hard, that they will disappear when making copies in a photocopy type machine. So these lines are a bit darker because they're for practice. So 2H pencil, and the instructions or the rules for doing the lettering is in the course in that particular unit. So 2H pencil, and we'll start in the alphabet with A. So uppercase, single stroke, commercial Gothic. That's telling us that everything's going to be a capital letter with exception of units like millimeters, centimeters, etc. And they're also going to be a Gothic style, which is very plain. Single stroke implies or tells us that the letters, when you make one movement to draw a particular part of the letter, you stop when changing directions, take the pencil off the page, and then go to the next start point, draw another line. And it's something that seems particular, and it is, because it forces the draftsperson to make crisp, clean lines, and the lettering should turn out being quite professional. So I'll begin with an A. It may be hard to see on this video with the camera location, but I will do my best. So 1 line, 2 lines, and 3 lines. There's an A. I'm going to skip to the larger size, so it'll be easier to see. So line, line, line. So letters almost as wide as is tall. The crossbar in the A is a little bit below center. B, now letters are close but not touching. And then the curved parts. So straight line, 2 curves. And then C should actually be made with 3 lines, believe it or not. And so you see right away, my lettering is not the best. It's been a while since I did it. It's also a little bit awkward using my my phone camera to do this. So letters should be straight up and down. I got a bit of an angle to them. So this is practice, and students might have the same issues. So it's good for you to do it as well, to learn how to help them do better lettering. So there are sample letterings in the Brightspace course, so feel free to look at those. I'm gonna turn off the camera for a few minutes here, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna do a few on my own.